This video is made possible thanks to my supporters on Patreon. Kindly consider joining our community and your name can be featured on future videos. Thank you. If you had one wish, what would it be? Most people believe money can buy happiness. Most people. It's funny how rich people insist on saying otherwise, but they would still rather shoot themselves into space than sharing their money with anyone else. Be careful what you wish for. It might just come true. Many of us have probably heard that old phrase and wonder what it means. After all, what could be wrong with having your wishes come true, right? Today, we're going to answer that question by learning the story of King Midas. That's right, we're going to learn something new today, kids. Because you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things? Knowledge. Our story begins in the ancient kingdom of Phrygia. King Midas ruled with an iron fist and had a fascination with riches. He spent his days counting his golden coins, drinking, and tormenting his people. Like this one time when a group of peasants came into his palace asking for money, which only managed to infuriate Midas. They ended up getting trampled by a herd of angry elephants, in which I think, kind of a disproportionate amount of violence for what happened, but fortunately none of the peasants suffered during this incident. Except for Junior. Junior fucking died.
Perfect.
One day, Midas discovered a satyr sleeping in his rose garden. What the hell's a satyr? According to Wikipedia, a satyr is a nature spirit, half man, half animal. It doesn't really specify which kind of animal, but by the pictures we can safely assume 20% man, 80% alpaca. But this was no random satyr. His name was Silenus, who was a close friend of Dionysus, ancient Greek god of wine, festivity, and ecstasy. Midas, not being a complete idiot, arguably, recognized him almost immediately. So instead of punishing the little creature, he welcomed Silenus to stay in his palace. According to ancient texts, they went on a massive bender, 10 days of drinking from morning to evening. Plus some other activities that in order to keep this video family friendly, we're not gonna go into detail. But if you're familiar with Greek mythology, you can probably... Right. On the 11th day, Midas took what was left of the alpaca back to his master. Dionysus, in gratitude for the king's hospitality, granted him one wish. Midas did not reflect deeply on the matter. Regardless of all the wealth he already had, it never felt like enough. Midas cast a greedy eye on Dionysus and quickly said, "I want everything I touch to turn into gold." So remember, kids, if we can take one lesson out of this story, let it be this. Having a friend in high places will take you farther in life than school. Okay, you can go now. The next day, Midas woke up excited to test his new powers. He extended his arm, touching a small table that immediately turned into gold. Midas jumped with excitement. He couldn't believe his wish actually came true. He touched a chair, the carpet, his goblet. He kept on running in his madness all over his palace, turning things to gold. Everything he touched glittered.
Nice.
Exhausted and hungry, Midas picked up a bunch of grapes from his golden table. But the fruit turned into metal in his mouth. The bread turned into solid gold, and the same happened with the rest of the food. Marigold, his daughter, hearing his father crying, entered his room to comfort him. But as soon as she touched the frustrated silly king, she turned into a golden statue. Midas cried and begged the gods to remove this horrible curse. Dionysus, taking pity on the foolish king, quickly realized Midas was in fact very rich.
I'm really rich.
And unlike poor men that should be quickly punished, silly Midas deserved a second chance. Dionysus took Midas to the river Pactolus, where the gold drained from his hands, freeing Midas from his curse, and turning everything that was once gold back to its original form. Midas hugged his daughter in full happiness and promised from now on to share his great fortune with his people. Except he didn't, because that shit has never happened in the history of the world. Be careful what you wish for. It might just come true. Myths are a way of understanding the world. What I love about Greek mythology is that every story often offers a lesson. So I guess the moral of the story here is, it doesn't matter how rich you are. Even if you have mountains of money and can turn everything into gold, it's still more likely to have a 10-day bender with a fucking alpaca than a rich person sharing his money.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.